So, what's up, guys? It's it's a live one today. It's a bit of a weird one. Yeah, I'm just experimenting with some software, etc., etc. But yeah, we're gonna do a bit of charting because I haven't really been updated with the charts recently, so I haven't really looked at it. So, and now it's the end of the week. Now we got a fresh week, and in a couple of days' time, because now it's a weekend, the market's gonna close in about th less than 3 hours. So. Yeah, so I think it's a good time right now to actually get into the charts, do some analysis for the next week. And also look back and see what I missed. So now let's load up the charts. Right. So if we just essentially delete all the. Why is there that many drawings? What has happened? Okay. Same thing here. Same thing here. No, perfect. Now we've got good charts. Good stuff. Right. Now, let's go on to, yeah, we'll start with GJ. We're going to go on the daily. So this is the Friday candle. Let's see, yeah. All I got to do is just mark my, so at the minute, all I want to mark is my highs and my weekly lows. That was the wrong move. No. There it is. So that's apparently my high for now. Then we got, that's a big zone that one is. Not just that. 4 hour now. I can probably refine it down. Ooh, my bad again. Probably down to here. Well, that might actually end up being the previous. Well, yeah, this current week's high actually, but soon to be previous. So we'll have to wait on that one. So yeah, we look at the daily. So at the minute, we've had the first start of the week. We had, a bit of indecision. Try to push down, didn't really want to. Try to push up, didn't really want to. As you can see, indecision candle right here. And then yeah, beginning of the week, and then we had boom, bullish candle, and then another bullish candle today as well. So looks like there has been momentum, a bit of stall out, then a bit more momentum for GJ. If we go, yep, that's that. And if we go to the 1 hour, you can see there has been momentum pushing from down here to the upside. And yeah, you can see there has been a bit of stalling about here. Where is it? There it is. Bit of stalling, and then a push up, which is always nice. We want trending markets because that's where I make my money in the trends. Yeah, I'm not a range trader at the minute, and so yeah, we can do our session candles so we can see all the sessions. Looks like London hasn't been doing much for the past couple of days. Although the past couple of days is when we were trending, so that is interesting. Yeah, very interesting. I mean, we've had a rejection of this candle, like this London high, actually, today. Boom, boom, boom. And I wonder if that's the, no, that wouldn't be the previous weekly high, would it? It can't be, because that's Tuesday. So that's interesting, that one. But yeah, it looks like we've pushed past it and it comes down to retest. So we might see a Monday push off, which would be interesting because would that mean that we've carry on the momentum for the rest of the week, or will it just go up and then push back down? We'll have to see. We'll have to see about that one. So yeah, at the minute it's looking quite Bullish for GJ. Go to EJ now. If we just go on to the daily. Right now, the daily is quite bullish as well. So well, they are correlated, these pairs, but ever so slightly different, you see. Yeah, so if we cross compare the 4 hour, is it? No, dailies. Compare the dailies. We've got two bullish candles and again two bullish candles. GJ, they were pretty bearish, you know, they tried to push up, came down heavily. And then the same thing with the EJ, as you can see, EJ. But yeah, so we got the highs up there. The previous, well, this right here. Perfect. Okay, so we've got the EJ's high, EJ's low. Pretty standard. We don't really have to do much. Go down to 4 hour. We can refine it, but we don't really have to. So yeah, as you can see, it's come down. Lots of rejections from this zone, and actually, GJ had a bit of this price movement, and I caught a trade on GJ here. Actually, this is EJ obviously, but again, GJ moved similar, and I caught a move just like that. So yeah, we can see that it's come down. A lot of resistance, support, correction, a lot of support down here, and we've pushed off. And we probably see a continuation up down to this previous weekly high. It's going to come down. We could look to see it come down, but again, there's always a possibility of it just absolutely shooting up, you know. But with GJ at the minute, we are at, so there may be a possibility of it pushing up a bit up and then down. So it goes further in and then down as EJ has a while to get up and then it could push down potentially. So it could just push up and GJ might look like it actually pushes through the zone. So that's interesting. So that's a 4 hour. Here's the 1 hour. And if we just get up my session zones. Again, looks like London was pushing down on a uptrending day, which isn't ideal because how am I going to make money if it's not trending in the if it's trading in the opposite direction of the trend, as you can see. It's from down here. Yeah, New York also retested down here, pushed up, and it continues to push up, it looks like. So we'll have to see on Monday how it will open. Possibly, it looks like price is stalling around this price, so just under 150, and that is a psychological zone. So if we go right there, boom, it's a 150 zone. You can see that. That could be a zone we might see price stall out, as it is, you know, a very, very nice zone. And in the past, you can see that price came up, rejected it, price came up. You know, this 150 was a point of resistance and broke through and then came down, tested the, 150 area and pushed off again. So it looks like it's turned to support and now it's been broken through again. Possibly it could turn back into resistance. We'll have to see. We could have to see because again, GJ is at the previous week's high. So on Monday, it might just push down straight away, and here with EJ, it might just push down from the 150. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. we don't know exactly, and I don't think anyone knows exactly what price is going to do. So that looks like EJ at the minute, trending upwards. About to see. EGA is a bit of a different one. It's not as correlated, but yeah, if we start off with GA, of course, we'll go on the daily as always. Daily right here, you can see it's massive, massive bearish candle. It looks like it's taken out the daily lows. Depends on where it closes, to be honest. But yeah, so if we draw the highs, just 1, 2, 3 down. Monday, oh, looks like low might be right down here. We're not too sure on the lows, so it could possibly just be, somewhere like roughly there. We're not too sure, so just delete that for now. And if we go to the 4 hour, massive meltdown came up here. It's interesting, interesting. We've got a 190 psychological zone right here. Price broke through it, and then we had a bit of a news event, but came down, retested, and pushed up further. And now it's just price completely ignored it. And now it looks like it's broke the lows here, broke the lows here, from here to here to here, just breaking all the lows, this low and that low. So yeah, we can definitely say we are pretty bearish. And I mean, you can have to be a genius. You can just look at the candles. It's all black. It's pretty bearish. So if we go down to the 1 hour, you can see up here, well, if we turn on our session zones, yeah, it looks like New York was all the volume, to be honest. We had the high came down. New York came up a bit and pushed down even further, and then Asia carried on the momentum, London a bit, and New York again carried it on. So that begs the question: when are we due a correction? Because it's been quite a long trend. It's been doing this for the past 4 sessions. So will we see a London retracement or a continuation? Well, it depends on what Asia does, really. Because, well, Asia could just retrace, and then London could retrace even further. So, yeah. But into the week, we don't know where the low is going to be. Possibly just dead on down here. So, we have to see. We have to see. And, like, for the days, minus 1.13% already. So, yeah, but if you look at all the zones, looks like we've got a bit of clutter down here. Looks like, this high point has been touched. If you look on the 1 hour, yeah, we've got, well, it was an Asia. Asia's what tapped up there and pushed all the way down. New York did the same, came back up and pushed all the way down. So you look at the previous time zones, and that's where price is at now at the minute. So we'll have to see, because it looks like it is absolutely breaking lows, and we could potentially see a bit of a correction, but then a continuation to the downside, really. Shut them down. We'll have to see. But yeah, that is GA for you. Right there. So, bit of an interesting one. It's not as you know, correlated as the rest. As you got EJ and GJ all looking the same. And yeah, that's the pairs that I look at. So actually, these are the pairs I look at during London's session, but I can uh I can do gold actually. Let's have a bit of fun. Let's go check out gold, shall we? So we'll look at gold. We'll look at gold. How about that? We'll get rid of this. Cool. Now if we go from the daily top down, right, we'll look at how this goes. This is gonna be a completely fresh lens. Haven't seen this in a while. Um, I mean, initial reaction is it's bearish, and if I was to go into next week, I would look for more sells. That's my analysis, guys. Woo. I mean, that was easy. Nah, but we'll look into a bit more if you want. So yeah, so we've got massive uptrend, and I believe was it somewhere here? I think it was somewhere here where we had the whole bank run crisis. So that's when gold absolutely rallied. But now it's coming down for a bit of correction, grabbing some liquidity, possibly down in this area before, pushing down and then pushing possibly further up. Because, again with inflation, still looking pretty nasty for the economy. So yeah, you can see it's been pushing up a while. So yeah, but we've got a big bearish day today after it's come down, didn't quite break these highs, so we haven't really flipped yet into bearish, no, bullish structure. And here we've got 4 hour creating higher highs, almost like a little mini correction, from down here, broke structure, start pushing up. But now we've had this possibly the first leg of the bearish trend that's about to start, as we've got these lows down here that's been hacked out by price, closed below it as well. So potentially we could be seeing, price push up, price push down, push up, push further down. I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, so we see a bit of price down here, price goes up, and then price breaks here, possibly continue a bit lower, could sit up and then come further down. And possibly start to look at signs of rejection, because this looks like a strong zone down here as well. As you can see, price did react quite a bit, had this push off, and looks like it's rejected this zone like 3 or 4 times. Just draw a zone like right here. So yeah, but at the minute it looks like immediate trend is that we are going down. Go to the 1 hour. Wow, that was a strong as well. New York opens as well. And you can see that literally London doesn't do much and then pushes straight down, breaks it all. So that was interesting actually, that New York came in with such bearish momentum for gold, quite possibly. Not too sure on what the news. We had LFP today as well, so that probably explains a lot of the volume in gold today, as it is a first Friday of the month. So yeah, with gold, we're looking at, break structure, just completely melted down. And we might be possibly looking for a bit of correction in the first Monday, Tuesday possibly, and then the rest of the week could be a continuation to the further downside for the end of the week possibly. But yeah, no, that's my take on gold really. Now it looks like we are going to be bearish for the next. By the end of the week, it's going to most likely finish bearish, and that's just my take on it. But yeah, we'll have to see, guys. But yeah, that's just my analysis on, well, close to that. So yeah, with GJ, EJ, and GA, and these are the pairs I trade. So if you're interested, just watch my videos, I guess, or subscribe, whatever fits you guys. But yeah, I hope you found that might have given you a new lens on a way that I look into the markets. Might be slightly different, or maybe you just think I'm just absolutely waffling, but this is my perspective. So you might have gotten some value from it. Who knows? You might just be totally ignored me, probably don't believe in what I'm saying. But yeah, no, that was my take on the markets. It's first live ever actually, and I've done a few videos I've recorded, put up on the YouTube. You can see it's where I've gone back, look at the previous trades. You can see some of my L's, some of my wins. Um, Gone through my journal. I'm quite an open book. So yeah, usually I've got my FX in the description. So just go into one of the videos, click on that. You'll see the FX book, and you can see whether if I'm in a profit or a loss at the minute. But yeah, it's an interesting stream, and it's just an experiment. So we'll see how the rest goes for you guys. Anyway, in a bit.